suggestions of other apps. So what I just want, because this class too is for speaking, we have not been able to do some listening here, but at least if we should be able to speak. So I want us to be able to, record our voice, record ourselves speaking Chinese in a setting that we will create ourselves. Maybe you say today at the marketplace. You can notice that in your books too, they have headings. So maybe you draft up a story like at the marketplace, and then in the story you start talking about price, how to talk about negotiating. You do a dialogue. So that is what the test would be about. Okay, so we would find a way to get that, and I'll pair you up in groups. Maybe I'll pair you up or put you in groups, and then there will be individual assignments too, so that we can help each other. All right, so today we'll be looking at time. 现在几点? So let's look at the new words we have there. Yeah. So the new words we have is 现在. You can see it's now. 点分中午吃饭. Okay. 现在 which means now. 点 which means o'clock. 分中午 which is noon. John, if you remember, John, do you know Zhongguo, right? Zhongguo means what? Zhongguo. What's Zhongguo? China.
China.
Do we know how Zhongguo came about that name?
Middle country.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's
Yes, ma'am.
So what's John? John is middle, right? So we can see it being reflected in other Zhongwu. So midday. Zhongwu. So we know all these new words. Okay, so let me share so that let's learn time a bit before we go on to other things. Okay, so if you want to talk about time, these are the things you need to know. You need to know dian, which means o'clock, which means o'clock, right? O'clock. Let me write this in English for time. Okay, fen zhong or fen. Sometimes the zhong is omitted. Sometimes the zhong is omitted. So it means minute. Then ban. What does ban mean? Ban means half. And then we have 小时, which means hour. I think we should remember this is it's not this class. Let me mix it up. Then we have 课, which is 15 minutes. It's like 15 minutes. So it means what? Quarter. Let's use quarter. Every core is 15 minutes. So it means quarter. Then cha means to be less than. Okay, so these are the words we will need to know numbers. Okay, I might not hear you, but please be speaking behind me, because if I just need 1 or 2 people to be responding so I can know. So let's say it together. Dian, Fen Zhong, ban. Oops, sorry, I'm coming. I lost my page just now. Sheldon. Sheldon, I lost my page just now. Okay. 小时. Ke. Then last one, cha. Okay. Mute yourself. Thank you. So this is quite simple. If you want to talk about hours, we'll just go the number plus dian. That's just it. Numbers plus dian. So if you want to say 2 o'clock, so this equals to that means what? The o'clock. So it's just like if you say 2 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is just 2点. I mean, now I'm starting with this so that you will know that when you are using 2 o'clock, you don't say 2点, you say 2, like the same way when we are talking about 2 and any measure word, we don't say ag, you say 2. So for 2 o'clock, you go 2点if you are pronouncing it. 1 o'clock, 1点. 3 o'clock, 3点. So just that way, it goes that way. 4点, just that way. Okay, it's as simple as that. So this is the way you talk about o'clock. Now, if you want to talk about fenjon, fenjon is the same way, the number before fenjon. So if you want to say 30 minutes, it's what? Sanshi. I don't want to write it in a character, this sanshi. So okay, sanshi, fenjon. You want to say 2 minutes, lian, fenjon, fenjon. 35, 45 minutes. 45分钟. It's just the same way. Now, if you now want to say the hour and the minute together, how do we now do that? It will be number, 点, number, 分钟. Okay? So it's just say the hour, then you say the minutes. Now, if you want to say let's use another item. 3 o'clock, 30 minutes. 3 o'clock, 30 minutes. That's 3:30. Let's just say it that way. But we are using like Chinese. Okay, so it's what? 3点 30 minutes. 30分钟. 5 o'clock, 25 minutes. 5点 55, or what did I just say now? 55分钟. Okay. Let me bring this down so we can have an idea. So this is the way we keep going. No, you see that this has gone over half of the clock. You know, when we do, let me make a drawing. Shout out. Okay, this is as clock wise as can be. Okay, so if this were to be a clock now, oops, it's not showing. Okay, if this were to be a clock, you know the 30 minutes is over here. So you can also go 55 minutes from over here too with this with this hour. You can say you can say 11 11 o'clock. 59 going to the 59分钟. So it can go, it's still within the hour, right? So it can go this way all through. Now, if we now let's look at this band. Band means half, right? In this place where we said 3:30, there's another way we can say the same thing. We can just say 3:00, and this place, instead of going 3:30, but since 30 minutes make up the half, just a 3:00 band to say 30 minutes, 3:30. If you want to say 4:30, 4:00. Sorry, if you want to say 4:30, let me say it this way, 4:30 is better, but 3:30 is this, right? Let's be sure. Now 3:30 is the same meaning, of course, just the way you express them. Okay, so 4:30, 4:30分钟, 4:30, 4:30. 4点半. So all this place is covered with the 4点半. Okay. Any questions so far before I continue?
Ban is half of an hour, right?
Yes, ban is half. It's half in
Okay,
any
okay.
way. In any time, anywhere you see ban means half. So in this hour, when you use for an hour, it means the half of this particular hour, right? So ban by itself means half. Any other question? If you don't understand, please raise your hand. Okay, since we all understand, so I continue. Okay, so that is for, so we've spoken about this. Now let's look at another word that comes up in this. Not, let's not look at xiaoxi. Xiaoxi is just hour, you might know. Let's take it out. Now we look at ke, a quarter. Now ke comes up because you can use it this way. So if we were to be, why is this thing not drawing? Hold on, I want to just get the shape going. Okay, so ke is from, of course, you know your time. We are just doing it in Chinese. Okay, so the ke from year to year is ke now, so it's 15 minutes. Year ke 15 minutes, all 15 minutes. Now that when you want to say ke, you don't say, you just say, so how many cores do we have here? Let's say that we have 1 core, 2 core, 3 core, 4 core. Okay, we have four cores, if we will say it that way. Now the first core here, e core, the first, that's the first 15 minutes count. So that's yi core, sorry, yi core, which means what? 15 minutes. Okay, now if I say 2 core, how many minutes is that? Can someone tell me? How many minutes
30
is that?
minutes.
30 minutes. Now, should we still be using, since there is another way, which other way can we say 30 minutes? Is there any other way to say 30 minutes?
Yes.
What's the other way?
We can use ban.
Ban. So,
Half.
so people don't usually, you have a question? Okay. So people don't usually use this 2 core because it's already 30 minutes. There's another way to say, instead of saying 30 minutes, I mean 2 core, you can just say what? You can just say ban. Okay, now if you are going to the, not this ban, now if you are going to the third place, to over here right now, this from here to here for 30 minutes. Now to this place is what? Sanke. There's no way to say this, right? So we can still go Sanke. Sanke. Oh, why is this not picking? Sanke. Sanke, which means what? 45. Oops, what did I do just now? Shout down. 45 minutes. Okay. And then what's the next one? 4 4 is just an hour. So if you say 4, you say 4 is an hour, right? So it doesn't really, since you can just call the whole hour. So we don't have to use it just the same way we don't have to use 2 ke. So now this coin itself is a bit, people don't, you should know that in different parts of China, people speak differently. Just the same way in Nigeria, yeah, maybe Lagosians will call poly bag, that black nylon, they call it poly black bag. In another part of Nigeria, I know that some people call that same thing waterproof. So the way people call things, the way people use words is also different in China. The Northerners speak different from people in the South. Of course, they both speak Mandarin, but the way they'll use it is different because China is quite big, and then the way they all have their own culture too. It's like saying, okay, Yoruba, yeah, Igbo, yeah. So different people with the way they speak. So this call is not really, you don't hear it often. At least from what I know of southern China, they don't use it that much. And okay, so even if they were to use it often, this one is redundant because it has another way. There's another way. Let me use another color here. There's another way of saying this. Okay, there's another way of saying this. You don't have to use, and this one too. So the two we'll be using here is ike or sanka. Now this ike, we could be talking about it from year to year or talking about it from year to year. Okay, and this sanka too, we could be talking about it when we are counting from year to year, or we are talking about from year to year. Do you understand what I'm saying? That means if you are talking about to or after, you can say 15 minutes after, or 15 minutes to, or 45 minutes after, 45 minutes to. So we can use it from when we're talking from here or from here. Now, how do we now use this? Let's go back up here to where we were. Okay, so as we were saying, you notice the number, then the end. Now, if you want to say a quarter after 3. So how do we say quarter after 3? We can go this way. I think it seems I like the number 3. It's a number popping up in my mind whenever I see 7. Okay, so it's a quarter after 7. 7 is also a good number. Quarter after 7. So we have 七点 quarter after. Now, how do we say that? Can someone please tell me? Can you try?
一刻
一刻 Understand? This 一刻. So how else can we say this if we don't say 七点一刻? Which other way can we say this? Who is talking? I want other.
Ma, I'll answer your question. Can we omit the E there?
七点课.
Yes.
It will have. It's sounding no. 七点课. No. It would have a what's called, have double meaning if the the scenario is not well understood. 七点一刻.
Okay. We can also say Chidian, she will, Fenjong.
So you can say 七点十五分钟. You remember, you can also just say 七点十五分. Which other way can we say this? We can also say 七点十五. Sometimes they omit the fen zone, especially not in written exam or in oral. In oral, because we know that, okay, 七点十五. Okay, says 七点十五分. Not this fen. So you can just stop here too. All right. Now there's another way to say this in the way we speak in Nigeria. If you want to say, what was that? 45 minutes to 8. So how do you think we will say this? This translates to 45 minutes to 8, right? Right? 七点十五分 translates to 45 minutes to 8. How do you think we can say this? Somebody wants to try? Okay. All right, let's continue with this then. Maybe you'll get later. So if you want to say 15 minutes after 2, it's also 2点15分钟, or the same way we said 2点一刻. Okay, so these are all for the other part. Oh, you have a question? You sure?
Yes, ma.
Oh.
一课 or 一课.
In your textbook, There is a way that although what's called this is what's called is the tone on it is E is one, right? Can you see this one? Can you see it's coming out as
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But although E
Yes,
on
ma'am.
its own, not this one, E on its own is one, is the first tone, right? E on its own is the first tone. But when this E comes in contact with all that tones, there is a change. Not just in this one, there is a change. It's in your textbook. It is here, but I can't recollect where it is. There's always a
Yes,
variation
ma.
in,
Change tone.
yeah, there's always a way in which tones are changed. If you look at page 19 in your textbook, it will show you where boo changes tone. And then if you
Yeah,
go
I know
on
about.
to continue to look, you see where E also changes tones. Okay, it is in
Page
page 27.
27.
Yes, I've seen it. Okay, so you see where that also changes. So it is E when you are pronouncing it. Okay. Somebody is raising a Omolola. You sure?
Ma, you asked the question the other time that we should try to say 45 minutes to something.
Okay. All right. So 45 minutes to 7 with this.
To 7.
Yeah, I mean to 8. Sorry, since this one is 7:15. They are opposite of this. 45 minutes to 8.
8. 5 minutes to 8.
So
Can we say that? Can we say that? Badien chai ke.
you
I'm not
got it.
sure.
You got it actually. Badien Ika is what? Let's start from here. Badien Ika is what? 8:15.
15.
8:15.
8:15.
But because we now want to say it is, we need 15 minutes before 8 we get to 8. We'll say what? We put a what? We say what? We add the cha. Are you all here with me? This is 8:15 if you don't put the cha. But if you want to now say that, oh, it is less than, we need 15 minutes before it is 8, you put what? Cha. Yeah. So this is now what? 8. Sorry. Let me go back. So this is what? 8. Oh, why is it coming here? 8. Oh, sorry. What was I about to say? By the chai, no, that now this is 7:45. Okay? Me by Lama.
Remember?
Now if you don't
Ma, I
understand,
don't understand.
we say Amalala, are you not the one that made it now?
No, I just guessed because of cha means less than and
Okay.
iko means 15.
All right. So you guessed right actually. Okay, now let's go again. We've been talking, you know this now. Badien iko. We understand what this means. What's badien iko? 8 the 7 tidien iko. What's tidien iko? We have it here now. Tidien iko is what?
7:15.
7:15. Okay. Badien iko is what? 8:15. Now you know in Nigerian way now, which other way can you say? Can you give me this? Let me. I'm coming. Let me see if I can have a picture shown to you. So that we can have a visual. Okay. Okay. Let me share the screen. Okay. Now everyone, can you see this screen online?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's use this one. Use this one. What's the time in English? Oh, why did we go back? Hi. Okay. Now let's use this one. What's the time here? Can you see this one? Is it big enough? What's the time in English here?
2:15.
2:15. Which other way can we call this time? If you don't say 2:15, we can say what?
45 minutes to 3.
We can say 45 minutes to 3. So that's what I'm saying. Now, we know this right now. Now, let me go to let me share my word page with you so that we can write it out. 2:15, 45 minutes to 3. Now, 2:15, how do we say 2:15? 2点
15分。
15分. Okay, so if you want to say quarter after 2, it will be what? 2点一刻. Okay, so the other way we spoke, we said it could be 45 minutes to 3. So how can we now say that 2? That 2 here is the cha we are Lola just spoke about. That 2 here is the cha. Okay, so is the cha. Now, how will you now do it? To what? To 3. The hour we are concentrating on now is the 3. It's not the 2. So we say what? 3点. Then the cha what? Cha. Now, is it cha 一刻? Is it 1 一刻? Is it 1 刻? How many 刻 makes 45 minutes?
3刻.
3刻. Understand?
3
3 15s to make 45, right?
Yes, ma.
So if you want to now say it again, how else can we say it? This I will say using 刻. We can also say what? 3点 cha 45分钟. What's it called? We'll soon run out of time. When we run out of time, we enter the next class immediately, okay? Do you understand?
Yes, ma.
If you don't understand, raise your hand. If you don't understand, raise your hand. Okay, so Emmanuel, where don't you understand?
Ma, we are picking a particular time. Like, how many times can we say it? Like, we have 2:15. We have 45 minutes to the next hour. So I don't really get to share.
It's 2:15. 2:15. If you want to, if I show you a time, like when they teach you time in English, they will teach you that you can say 2:15. You can also say 45 minutes to 3, right? That's just what we are doing. Okay. Okay, let's not talk about core because maybe core is what is disturbing you. So if you want to say 2:15, how can we say 2:15? 2:15. Where am I? Okay, let's not talk about core for a while. Maybe that's the. If you want to say 2:15, you say what? 2:15. Am I? I want to write it out. It's popping. 2:15. Okay, it's already up here. You want to say 2:15? 2:15. Now, if you want to say 45 minutes to 3. What's the hour? Which hour are we talking about? 3. So we put it here. 3点. Now, to what does to? How do we say to? Cha. Now, to what? To how many minutes? 45 分. Emmanuel, understood?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay, let me show you. Let me change my screen again. Let's look at another time. Okay, who can tell me this hour I'm talking about in Chinese? Emmanuel, you want to talk?
No, ma'am.
Can you see the time? It's 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes to 9.
Okay, 5 minutes to 9. 5 minutes to 9. 5 minutes to 9. Okay, that is 9点 cha.
How many minutes? Cha.
5
5分. Now, Joan. You're getting it. 9点下5分钟. Understand?
Yes,
Last
ma.
year, I have a question.
Hmm? Emmanuel, wait.
Ma,
What you said, finish saying it clearly with confidence. You got it. Say it again.
okay. 9点下5分钟.
Now, if you want, if you know, I don't know your generation. Did you people use a computer watch that will be showing you 10? No, it will be showing you 8:45. I'll be 8:55. Do you know that watch?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma.
if you
Yes,
want to
ma.
now say that time at 8:45, how will you say it?
Baden,
8:45.
8:45.
8:55. So that's the logic behind it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma. Thank you very much, ma.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so this time now. This time, who wants to tell me what's the time in English first of all? Let's see if you know time in English first of all. This one.
2:15.
2:15.
Okay, so how can we say it? Who can tell us? I can only hear three
Yang,
voices. Where are the others?
yang dia. Oh,
Okay. That's one way of saying it. Which other way of saying it?
can say
2:15.
Okay. So you see that you can say it that way too. Now, if you were using that computer watch, what would the time be?
3点
If you were using computer watch, it would be what?
3点下
No, 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 no,
4.
no. It will still be less.
It's still
Eh?
2:15.
It will still be 2:15. Yes, that's true. It will still be 2:15. It's when it's going this way that it will be looking odd. Okay.
Laufey, I have a
How about this
question.
one? Okay. What's the question?
So when you were giving us another way by which you can say the time, and we said
Who is talking? Sorry, I can't see you.
Bukolama,
All right. Okay. All right.
I said we can say like 45 minutes to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said Sandien Cha Si Shi Wu Fen Jong,
No, no, no.
and we also
To
said
3. Is that to 3? It will be
Sandien
45
Cha
minutes to 3.
Cha.
and 45 minutes to 3 will be 3:45.
Yes, and then you also said that 15 minutes is call, and that's a call. So, and 45 minutes would be, that should be sun call.
Yes.
So can we use sun call instead of using
Yes, you
siu
can. So how
shiwu?
will you now say it? Tell me the full time again. So how will you
So
say it?
that should be san juan cha si shi
You want to
no
use call now?
san juan. Yes, Sandy. Will I remove the cha there?
You still put it now. The
Okay.
minute is still the same.
So it will be San Jen Cha San Ko.
Yes, that's correct. Understood? Okay. Any other
Yes, ma'am.
question?
Last,
Somebody.
I have a question
Okay.
about
Michelle?
the time.
Okay.
About the time, the one Emma said. Can we take it backward, like
Which
5:10 9点?
No, no, no.
No,
Oh, they do it. People say that, but I think saying the time first and now it's having a pattern is better. People do it that way. You can also put the minutes in front and then the hour behind. It's possible to say it that way too. It's just that if you have a structure of say the minutes, I mean the hour first and the minutes later, it's better. And it sounds better at least to me, but it's correct if you reverse it. Any other question? Aisha, you have a question?
no, ma'am.
Okay, so do we all understand this time? If you understand, raise your hand. Okay, I can see your. So the people who don't understand, are they the ones here? All right, if you raise your hand before, lower your hand. Let's see the people who don't understand. So you know if they are just being, if they are just not raising their hand, or if they don't understand indeed. If you don't understand, raise your hand. Okay, so where don't you understand? Chimazuru.
Okay, ma, the part of the minutes.
Okay, let me go to my page again. So which is it, everything you don't understand, or a part you
No,
don't
not
understand?
really everything. A
Not really.
particular part.
Okay, all right then. I'm coming. Let me change my screen. We'll soon run out of time now. Just 1 minute. Okay. Let me take in the questions first of all. Who else doesn't understand? Because we'll soon run. We go into the next class immediately. Okay. We don't wait. Who else doesn't understand? Ada. So let's continue then. Where is it? Okay. So which part don't you understand? I'm sharing my what's it called, my word screen with you now. We've already spoken about how to talk about hour. You just say 1 o'clock, 1点, 2 o'clock, 2点, 3 o'clock, 3点. Now, if you now want to add minutes behind, you just also minutes is just the number and the minutes. Sanshi Fenjon, Lian Fenjon, Osushi Fenjon. Now, if you now want to add hour and minutes together, you just it will now be 3点, Sanshi Fenjon, 4点, Sishi Fenjon, whichever one it is. That's the way you do that. Now, you know, in English also, if you say 30 minutes, we can also say half hour, right? So the same way in Chinese, instead of saying 3点30分，30分钟, you can just